Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to tell you what we need for next week's project. And I have so much paper, like dyed paper, that I want to separate by color and have a place to put it. And I am really running out of room for the Build Your Stash supplies. So this is where I keep my Build Your Stash supplies. I put it on a little scooter or something down there, and so that I can move it around. And the bottom shelf is just recycle items I've collected or some things that I have picked up to use in future projects, which I'm not using those anymore because sometimes some of them I got so long ago that I haven't seen them at the Dollar Tree recently. So I always like to make sure that whatever I tell you to get, you can still get. But this is just really super full. Let me see if I can get my finger in here. Right here, this is all paper. It's dyed papers on the top, and then what's left of my ream there. And there's our cardstock I have over here, and there's just a lot of paper that I need to put away. And there is a way that I store my normal paper, not in the Build Your Stash series. And so I'm going to build something just about like that, so that I can store my papers for the Build Your Stash series that way. That will go ahead and it will empty this area here. I'm also going to empty this area down here because I'm going to get rid of that and just put it in my art room and only pick up supplies, you know, pretty much as I need them for the next week or the next couple of weeks. But so that way I can build here. I'm going to build a paint and you know, like our different paints and nail polishes and stuff. I'm going to build a thing here for that in the next few weeks. But firstly, I need to make my paper supply. And I'll show you what this is my library wall. These are stamps. These are all clear stamps in these binders. And those books are to use for journaling. And then some books there that are just mine. And then I use the shoeboxes from Michaels. My husband and I built this wall 3 or 4 years ago. And I've got my ladder on the end that does run from one end to the other. And these are all craft books here. Things, you know, like old craft books. I might even do some vintage crafting out of some of these books because some of the things are kind of cool. But the reason I showed you that is because right there are the last 2 shelves for this shelf that I bought. And I got this shelf, I think it was $29. And the scooter thing I think was $15. And I just found this as a good way because I just don't have any place. I keep all of my Build Your Stash items separate. And so I didn't have a place in my art room to put them and keep them because I knew it was going to grow because I did a series, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. We started this series and did it for like 4 years, and I needed a lot of room. So, but now I have run out of room here. So I'm going to take one of those shelves and I'm going to put it on top. So I'm going to be one more shelf higher. And I haven't decided if I will put my paints on top of that shelf or if I will move this stuff up on top and put my papers here. I'll figure that out after I get it all put together to see, you know, height-wise, what do I want up there. So, but this is what we're going to need for next week, and we are going to make paper storage. We are going to need 6 of the Dollar Tree foam boards, and we are going to need 6 of these baskets from the Dollar Tree and a roll of duct tape. So we will also need our glues, and we will need our razor cutters to cut it. I am going to draw out exactly how you will cut each of those 6 boards, and I'm going to cut them before next week's video. So, but I will draw them all out so you can see and cut them yourself, because trying to cut them on camera is just, they're too big. You're not going to see it anyways. So that would just take a whole lot of time of something you're really not going to be able to watch anyways. So I will draw them out and you'll be able to take a screenshot or just pause the video and write it all down so that you have it, so that you'll have all the dimensions. And this will be the dimensions on making my paper storage for that size basket. And that basket there is big enough to fit the 8.5 by 11 paper. And so I did want to make sure that it was big enough for that, because I will put whole sheets in there, and I will also put all of my scraps in there. And I'll show you like how I sort it after we get the thing built. So that's what we're going to need for next week. We are going over budget, so we have 6 and 6 is 12. We have 13 items. That would be, let's see, 12 is 15, and then $16.25 is what we're going to wind up spending for next week. So that's a little bit over our regular budget. So we're going to take the extra out of our bank, which I don't have that in front of me right now, so I can't tell you exactly what that is, but I'll let you know like at next week's video or whatever what we have in the bank, because we have around right around $100 in our bank at this time. So that's what we're going to need for next week. We're going to use that for paper storage. So if you don't need paper storage, you may want to wait and see. But if you need paper storage, this might be a good way to go. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.